ethics fallout from that scandalous trip to Philadelphia by two top Rhode Island officials a year ago.
An embarrassing episode for a couple of McKee envoys, one accepting a fine, the other still in the fight, as the I-Team's Brian Crandall tells us. Brian?
Well, Gina Patrice, the State Ethics Commission investigated the trip and the behavior of the two now former state officials. Both of them had influence over state contracts. The Ethics Commission found that there was probable cause that both of them violated rules over public officials accepting gifts by taking a free lunch at a fancy restaurant that opened only for them. Okay. David Patton agrees to pay a $5,000 ethics fine, a fraction of what he could have faced. He was the head of a state properties department, accused by the host of the Philly trip of making racist and sexist comments. His lawyer did the talking to us today.
Is there anything you want to say to the people at Scout or the people?
No, he's already, as I had said a while ago, Mr. Patton has been apologetic for the events.
Patton and his boss, then State Administration Director James Thorson, were visiting Scout, the company trying to secure a $55 million contract to redevelop the Cranston Street Armory. The email from Scout executives detailing the alleged inappropriate comments and demanding behavior became public months later.
Result, unfortunately, of a medical event and a medical crisis that occurred, back then. He's received the treatment that he's needed.
The night before the trip, after a work dinner, a coworker messaged Thornton that Patton may be having a manic episode. According to investigators, Scout executives claim Patton messaged them that same night demanding Diet Cokes for Thorson, the best croissants in the city, and lunch at a closed restaurant, while saying they had 3 hours to try to win the state contract. Patton then took items like sneakers, glassware, and vegan cheese along their tour. Thorson repaid part of the lunch bill days later, only allegedly, though, after learning of Scout's complaints. He's going to fight the ethics allegations at an upcoming hearing. Do you think you didn't do anything wrong?
If I thought I did wrong, I wouldn't be here right now. It would have been settled a long time ago. I believe I behaved in a responsible manner and took the appropriate steps, reporting to HR and contacting the governor's chief of staff. Yes, of course. It was a difficult trip, and we'll have more to say about that later.
Patton resigned in the wake of the scandal. As it was unfolding, Thorson left for a federal job in what was described as a pre-planned career move.